All right, let's talk about laziness, but maybe not in the way you're used to thinking about it. We're not talking about a mood or some kind of character flaw. No, we're going to look at it as one of the single most expensive habits you can possibly have. So let's dive in and break down that hidden cost. And right off the bat, this idea is a real wake-up call. See, laziness isn't just about feeling a little tired or unmotivated. The way our source material frames it, it's like an expensive disease. It's something that's actively, silently draining your future, a lot of times when you're not even paying attention. The real problem here is that most of us just completely misunderstand what laziness is actually costing us. We think, oh, it's just a moment of rest, no big deal, but what if it's more like borrowing from your future self? And yeah, the interest rates on that loan, they are absolutely devastating. So this is the big illusion, right? We tell ourselves, I'm just resting, or I earned this break. But the true cost, it's so much more severe than that. Laziness isn't just a void, an absence of action. It's the active burial of your opportunities, of your potential. And let's be really clear here. The crucial point isn't about the hours you waste watching Netflix instead of working. That's small stuff. The real cost is in the opportunities that get buried. It's that project you never started, that business idea that just faded away, the healthier person you promised yourself you'd become. Those are the real costs we're talking about. Okay, so this brings us to this really powerful idea. Let's call it the tax of tomorrow, because you've got to understand, this isn't some one-time fee. Oh no, it's a debt that compounds against you every single day. Just think about it. Think about the trap that's hidden in that one little word, tomorrow. It sounds so harmless, doesn't it? Like a free pass. But every single time you say it, you're basically signing an invisible contract. You're co-signing a loan with your future regret. And trust me, that debt, it always comes due. So what's the price you pay? Well, it's not just one thing. It's kind of like a triple threat. First, there's your health, sacrificed because you just didn't get up and move. Then there's the wealth, lost because you never followed through on your great ideas. And maybe the most painful one of all, the self-respect that just chips away piece by piece every time you break another promise to yourself. And it's scary how fast this all happens. That simple little promise of tomorrow, it quietly becomes next week. And next week, oh, that slides right into next year. And then you blink, and you wake up one day and realize the price you paid for all those tomorrows was an entire decade of your life. Gone. So let's just put it all out there. When you add it all up, all the lost opportunities, the compounding regret, the lost time, laziness is not free, not even close. It is, by far, the heaviest, most destructive tax you will ever pay in your entire life. Okay, that's a lot. And it's pretty heavy, I know. We've diagnosed the disease. So what's the cure? Well, it's actually surprisingly simple. Now, simple doesn't mean easy, but here it is. The antidote is action. So what do we mean by action? Look, it's not some grand, life-changing gesture. You don't have to change your entire world overnight. It's something way smaller. It's immediate, small, physical action. That's it. That is the direct counter to that mental quicksand of laziness. And just look at how simple these moves really are. The cure isn't about finishing the whole marathon. It's just about putting on your running shoes. See the difference? It's not about writing the entire book. It's just about opening the laptop. These tiny little actions, that's the medicine. But why does this work so well? It's all about momentum. Action creates its own fuel. It's a total game changer, a fundamental shift in how you think. You stop waiting to feel good so you can do something, and you start doing something, and that's what makes you feel good. And right here, this is the critical difference. The normal approach, what most of us do, is we wait for motivation to just magically strike. That's a losing game, my friend. The effective approach, you create your own momentum. You have to ignore how you feel, just for a second, start moving, and I promise you the motivation will catch up. If you remember one thing, let it be this. Energy isn't something you have, it's something you generate. That simple act of just moving, that physical motion is what creates the very energy you were so convinced you didn't have. So the final takeaway here is to completely flip your mindset. Stop treating laziness like it's just a bad mood you have to wait out. No, treat it like the serious threat to your future that it is. You have to fight it, aggressively, urgently, and relentlessly. Don't give it an inch. So I'm going to leave you with this one question to really chew on. After everything we've just talked about, stop asking what you're saving by putting things off. Instead, ask yourself this: what is tomorrow really costing you?